Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video I'll be discussing my thoughts on episode 10 of the anime series, Arpeggio of Blue Steel, Ars Nova. And this was quite a moving, emotional episode, I have to say. We're picking up right where we left off with the I-400 and I-402, I believe, having attacked the I-401, Iona and Gunzo, respectively, after they essentially pulled one over on Congo and that whole thing. And they've been effectively sunk. I mean, they are sinking down to the depths of the ocean, the lowest depths possible, and they have to jettison portions of the I-401 off of itself because water's flooding in compartments. They have to reserve energy and everything. And you see Gunzo trying to be selfless, trying to keep Iona alive, to complete the mission as he's set forth, to get that warhead to the Americans and everything, which he believes will actually shift the balance of power into humanity's favor, even though I still suspect there's some dirty dealings going on with that. Harkening back to that episode where that sort of politician or entrepreneur or whatever said, hand us over the I-401, make us believe that we can actually, take apart this vessel and figure out weaknesses for the fleet of fog and everything. But of course, humanity had that sort of one-up in those warheads, so he wants nothing more, even though he may be dying right there in front of her. He wants nothing more than for her to carry on this mission, if he cannot. And you see, it gets to the point where, all of the others, Takao and all of his crew and everything, they're very concerned. They're trying to find them. They don't end up meeting at the rendezvous, and they decide to go searching. And they faintly pick up a distress signal, the distress signal that Gunzo ordered, Iona to basically maintain. All the while he is getting hypothermia, his breathing's becoming very shallow, and there's a point where it seems like he really did pass away. He died, at least for several minutes. And then you have Takao finally linking on and latching on to that distress signal. She goes down by herself of her own volition because of her sort of obsession with him, which you could argue is romantic in its sort of origin, or at least there are romantic colors to her particular, obsession with him. And she finds this little sort of capsule with him contained in it, breathing. You can still see the breath on the windows. And there is, Iona's little sort of charm, her mental model charm that they revert to, I guess, if their nanomaterials run out, as we saw happened with one of the others previously. So it's just absolutely mesmerizing, the sort of investigative nature of these AIs, these mental models, really getting in touch with a level of humanity, really truly growing beyond not just feeling emotions and fun and feeling laughter and or desire and things like that, but actually a level of human selflessness has been achieved with Iona. And then later with Takao, who she ends up sort of utilizing her own essence, her own being, her resources from her vessel, which we see everybody cast off and on, sort of floating devices and everything, to bring both Iona and Gunzo back for the greater purpose, the greater good. I do have to wonder if there's going to be any sort of holdovers of Takao's romantic feelings now being in Iona or something like that, but it was just monumental is the only word I can come up with. And then, of course, there was the very intriguing aspect of how Congo has been under surveillance by the other two twin sister ships. It just really was intriguing to me because, here she is, the sort of flagship of the Fleet of Fog, and they don't trust her. They know that she's been manipulated, even though she's in denial about it. They've even had this little mental model, Maya. I was always wondering, where the hell is her vessel? Well, apparently it didn't even exist. It was fake all along, so they could keep an eye on Congo. So she's obsessed. She wants to take down Iona, and it looks like a battle of the ages is probably oncoming, with the lives having been saved, Iona's and Gunzo's, by Takao. And wow, I never would have thought that possible going in from the beginning, to have such an emotional episode that this was. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below if you were able to see episode 10 of course, Arpeggio of Blue Steel, Ars Nova. Otherwise, that'll be it for me on this one, and I'll catch you later. Peace.